improve all aspects of public safety and related services. So the Sheriff's Office is one piece to public safety, would include also the fire districts both at the lake and in the valley, and then also 911 dispatch, our communications center. So these are our initiatives, and we're on target or achieve all of them. The first three are managed through our emergency management, and that is overseen by East Fork Fire District. And so they've updated their operations plans, hazard mitigation plan, and conducted some EOC training, and that's just the Emergency Operations Center. So we have a big event, a big fire, flood or something, and that's where we manage that incident. I'll let Ron talk about our public warning system and notification real quick.
And just real quick, and even though it's on target, this is a never-ending project, basically. If you haven't done so, I strongly recommend that you register your cellular device on a reverse 911 program so that we can send you emergency alerts, and instead of you calling 911, I can call you. So this is a continuing for always will be going on.
So the next one falls under emergency management in the fire department, Citizens Emergency Response Team, or CERT. So that's an organization that's staffed by volunteers, and they assist the fire department on different events, doing various things. It's a good, great program. The next one is our body-worn camera program. So the state legislature mandated that all law enforcement agencies in the state are required to have body-worn cameras on their uniformed officers. So we have done that starting in June. All of our officers, both in the jail and on patrol, have a body-worn camera. Our neighborhood watch programs, we've always had them. We committed in the last year to strengthening that program, and we've been doing that. And then recreational marijuana impact, that's kind of an ongoing thing. As time goes on, we will learn more. So I can tell you, in the last year, from July of 17 to this July, we arrested about a little over 650 DUIs in Douglas County. 23 of those were specifically impaired by marijuana. So next year at this time, we'll kind of have a better idea if we see an increase in that or not. So it's an ongoing thing. So like we already talked about, body-worn camera program is up and running. Neighborhood watch programs are going good. One thing that we have done this year is we've issued all of our officers nasal naloxone or Narcan to each deputy, and that is, you've heard in the news, the opioid epidemic, and so that enables our officers, if they respond to someone who's overdosed or is having a problem, the deputy can administer that to them and then help them. Or if the deputy themselves is exposed to an opioid, specifically fentanyl, then we can treat ourselves, or the deputy can treat himself. The next one is our ROV, which is a remote operated vehicle. It's like a little submarine up at the lake for Marine 7. We're the only agency on Tahoe that has one. It allows us to go to the depth of the lake, which is super deep. Farther than I can hold my breath, right? And allows us to retrieve things or find things and look for things. So it's a really neat piece of technology, and that was donated through a generous donation to the Sheriff's Office.
Can you tell me, with your neighborhood watch program, is Douglas County connected to Nextdoor? Do you use that program?
We are. We're just kind of getting started on that, but we are. We want to be. So I guess I don't know if the correct answer is we are, but we're aware of it and we're doing it. And I just heard about that the other day.
We are connected on Nextdoor through Douglas County.
Trips and something else.
Okay.
Yeah, we are. Yes, yeah.
Okay. So yes. And then we've added one additional school resource officer. So now we have one at the high school, which is in charge of DHS and Watell at the lake. We have a full-time officer at Pawalu, just down the road here, and then one at the Carson Valley Middle School. So our focus for the upcoming year is to continue to provide quality law enforcement services, public safety services to the community. We want to continue aggressively in our narcotics enforcement, okay, to keep as many drugs out of the county and for coming in that we can. And then the last thing that we want to do is increase our CIT training, which is critical incident training for our deputies. And that's where the deputies learn how to appropriately deal with people with mental health issues or autism or something like that, so we don't escalate a problem where there isn't one. And then the MOST team is a program where a deputy, paramedic, and a mental health professional go out and visit an individual that has gone through the court system that has a mental health problem, and they follow up with this individual and make sure they're doing all right, and the whole goal is to keep them out of the judicial system. 911 communications, let Ron talk about that.
This is a new initiative we want to get this on the radar and start the discussion for the eventual replacement of the 911 Communication Center. I can go into far greater detail when we're over here at the work at the station, State Community Station.
And then the second one, the Judicial Law Enforcement Center, the JLEC, you might hear it called that, is similar to that. In that building, the sheriff's office is there, our main jail, the district attorney's office, 3 courts, justice court, 2 district courts, juvenile probation, and alternative sentencing without growing. So we're trying to figure out what the best solution is. Do we need a whole new building? Do we need to add on? Do we need to move somebody out and have them walk over somewhere else? Or what the solution is? So that's what we're looking for here coming up, trying to figure out the best way to do that.